When the nations are raging and kingdoms collide, when the headlines keep screaming and fear multiplies, when the doctors say hopeless, the bank says too late, when the marriage is breaking and love turns to hate, when the children are crying and mamas can't sleep, when the darkness feels thicker than oceans run deep, when the storm keeps on roaring and the boat starts to sink, when your faith is a whisper and you're right on the brink, look up through the thunder, look up through the rain. There's a voice walking on it, calling your name. He's not shaking, not shaking, not shaking one time. He's the king who commands every wave to fall in line. He's the same yesterday when the Red Sea was parted, the same today when your whole world feels shattered. He's the king above the chaos, the master of the wind. He's already won the battle before it begins.
Can you hear him? He's speaking. Peace, be still.
He's the king above the chaos, high and lifted up. Every storm must bow, every demon shut up. He's the king above the chaos, reigning on the throne. Every knee will bow, every tongue will own Jesus, Jesus, king above the chaos, Jesus, ruler of the tempest and the toss. When the world falls apart and the night won't end, he's the king who still walks on the water again. Oh, king above the chaos, forever you reign. Every mountain moves when we call your name. King above the chaos, king above it all, we lift you higher, higher, higher. Watch the strongholds fall, higher, higher. Hallelujah, hallelujah, the victory is won. Hallelujah, hallelujah, to God's only Son. King above the chaos, forever you reign. When the fire is blazing and the lion still roars, when the giant keeps taunting outside of your door, when the prison walls close and the midnight feels long, when the enemy's laughing and mocking your song. Remember 3 Hebrews who wouldn't bow down. Remember the 4th man walking around. Remember the shepherd with 5 little stones. Remember the praise that shattered Jericho's bones. Remember the widow with oil in a jar. Remember the boy with some bread and a prayer. Remember the donkey that carried the king. Remember the grave couldn't silence his sting. He's the God of the breakthrough, the God of the now. He's the God who still parts the impossible somehow. He's the king who still laughs at the plans of the foe. He's the king who still turns every dead into gold. So lift up your head, child, the battle's not yours. The king rides in glory, the victory is sure. Oh yes, he is on the yes, he is on the ends, oh yes.
He is on the ends, on the ends, on the yes. He is on the ends, on the ends, on the yes. He is on the ends, on the ends, on the yes. He is.
Oh, when addiction keeps calling and shame weighs you down, when the past keeps on shouting and guilt wears the crown, when the mirror shows failure and the devil says done, hear the voice of the Father say, this is my son. He was bruised for your healing, he was crushed for your peace. Every chain fell off at Calvary's tree, when they nailed him and mocked him and thought it was over. Sunday morning came the king above the chaos.
Jesus,
Who's the king above the storm?
Jesus,
Who still walks on the water?
Jesus,
Who still keeps you from harm? Who still speaks to the wind?
Jesus,
Who still calms it again?
Jesus,
Who still breaks every chain?
Jesus.
Oh, who still carries your pains? Who's the king of all kings?
Jesus,
Oh, who's the Lord of all lords?
Jesus,
Oh, who's the name above names?
Jesus,
Oh, who still gets all the praise? Say it louder.
Jesus,
One more time.
Jesus,
He's the king above the chaos. Forever he reigns. The king above the chaos, high and lifted up. Every storm must bow, every demon shut up. He's the king above the chaos, reigning on the throne. Every knee will bow, every tongue will own.
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
He's the king above the chaos.